Hey everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide, and I am sitting here with Christian Adam, of course. How are you doing?
I'm doing terrific.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So, you guys might not know him right now, but literally 2020 is going to be your year. You have amazing, huge projects coming out, which we're going to be talking about today. I mean, you're 20 years old, right?
Yeah.
And so at this point in your life, you are going to have worked with some of the biggest people in the industry, which is awesome. So your first role, one of your first roles, was in Good Girls, which was hilarious. You worked with Retta. Tell me a little bit about that experience, just the comedic timing and got to work on with such amazing people on that show.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I just liked yelling at her.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Being a scumbag manager, there's a lot of comedy in being a bully.
Yeah, there really is. I love that.
Guy.
And I mean, did that really help and prepare you for a lot of the stuff that you're doing right now?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, just being able to deal with the director, being able to take direction, being able to hit the beats the way they want them.
Yeah.
It's all practice.
Well, another project that I'm really excited about is going to be Irresistible. So it is a new film coming out sometime in 2020. I'm thinking early 2020, but it's the second film that Jon Stewart has directed. You're going to be in it with Byrne, Steve Carell. What can you tell us about this film without giving too much away, of course?
Well, it stars Stevie. Our good friend Steve.
Is that what you call him, Stevie? Stevie
Yeah.
Fisher?
Well, he's nice. He's
Yeah.
so nice. I mean, don't be rude, but you can call him Stevie if you want.
Next time I see him, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
So what's it about?
I play a kid from the local school. I'm kind of like a tech guy, but I suck. I'm not very good at my job, and I'm helping him out. He does not have the best staff to work with. He's not in DC.
Got it.
He's got to deal with a small town of locals who, frankly, don't know what they're doing.
Sounds like a familiar story. I mean, Jon Stewart, second time ever directing. What was it like being directed by him, and how would you say his style differs from what you've worked with before?
He is big into improv. He gives us a lot of freedom, and it's incredibly fun. It feels fun to do. Like a lot of projects, I mean, it kind of feels limiting. You have to really perform and do specifically what they ask, but it's like playing with Jon.
Yeah.
And he is so genuine and charismatic and just absolutely the nicest guy I've ever worked with.
Wow, I love that. And so how long ago was that shot? Was it more recently, or have you kind of been sitting on this project for a while?
I've filmed maybe mid 2019.
Okay, cool. So
It wasn't that long ago.
yeah, so it'll be out soon. And then, of course, another project is the Ballad of Richard Jewell, who you have Clint Eastwood directing that one.
Yeah.
What was that like?
He's quiet. I mean, it was almost like trickle down direction. He directed Paul, what's his name? His name is Paul Walter Hauser.
Okay.
Paul Walter Hauser. He's the star. Richard Jewell. He directed him a lot, and Paul would come and work with us directly a lot. And he was very good to work with, both of them. I mean, Clint would obviously come down and direct us, but it was mostly we were dealing right with Paul.
Okay, got it. And can you tell us about the story for this movie?
Oh yeah, so this story, I don't know if you remember 1996, the Atlanta Olympics. It was a big deal for us, us Georgians. We had a lot of infrastructure, a lot of stadiums built, and there was a bombing that happened.
Yeah, of course.
2 people died. A lot more people would have died if it wasn't for Richard Jewell, who was a security guy who was working the thing.
Wow. So that, because that name is always so familiar, but I wasn't actually exactly sure if that was the story. So what role do you play in that? Can you tell us?
I play a hooligan. I'm not gonna get into more detail than that.
Okay, just a hooligan.
I'm a hooligan.
Well, I mean, that one also has an amazing cast. We have Olivia Wilde, Sam Rockwell, John Hamm. Did you get to interact with those people at all, or the story's pretty separate for that one?
Not too much. I was mostly dealing with Paul Walter Hauser, he's great.
Awesome.
He really is great. I can't sing his praises enough.
And so, I love though that Clint Eastwood kind of is, in a way, he kind of just like watches and like just, it's a slow direction in a way, not like how most directors are hands-on.
We took our time with the shots.
Okay.
It was a bit of a slow boil.
Wow. Well, I'm super excited to see that one. I know that it's premiering at AFI, which is a big film festival here at the end of this month. So a lot of people are going to start talking about it soon. I'm very excited for you. And we have another project. I mean, God, how did you have you just been working like crazy for the past 2 years? It's just nonstop, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have Stargirl, which I believe is going to be on Disney Plus. It's their new streaming service, but it's from the DC universe, and I know you have a recurring role on that. What can you tease us about that one? Because I know a lot of people are really excited.
Well, if you are so interested, there is a comic book by the same name if you want to educate yourself on who Stargirl is, what she does, and what the story is like. Of course, it's a show kind of takes its own interpretation. It's pretty true to the comics, though. Mm-hmm. And we actually have, I believe, one of the comic writers is actually on set to help with the writing. So
it's amazing.
I feel like the hardcore fans of Stargirl in DC are going to enjoy it.
Good. I'm really excited for that one. Who would you say is a big inspiration to you as far as your acting career? Like, whose acting career would you love to have one day?
You know, I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, I was pretty starstruck when I got to work with Steve Carell. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like I usually get too brain blasted when I meet celebrities, but meeting Steve Carell was insane for me. I also love Jack Black. He just brings a smile to everyone's face. And I love the guy. I love the guy to death.
Definitely. Well, so much going on. Is there anything else that you have coming up, or are we just going to be promoting these films probably for the next 6 months or so?
I mean, those are the main ones that I'm proud of.
What are you hoping to do next? More films? Want to get more into television?
I will take everything that's coming to me. I want to get into voice acting more, actually.
Awesome.
But I'm currently training for that, so don't expect that anytime soon. But films.
Awesome. Well,
there's a lot of work for it.
There is, and you're going to be pretty busy promoting them. I can't wait for them all to come out. Thank you for coming in, Christian, and we are going to be watching you very closely, and I'm very excited for all your projects.
Thanks.
You're very welcome, and thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.